Hello everyone. Glad to be with you today. Today we will have some kind of mixed session. I will trade a bit and will also review some trades that have been sent to our support team. And because I'm not a scalper, I'm not trying to make a lot of trades. I do maybe 3-5 trades per day. So I don't know how many trades I will have because it's Friday evening. Usually, actually, it's not the best trading time, but as you can see, I have made one trade. I made a short trade on crude oil, and it's quite simple trade. I'll try to explain it to you. There is a 1 hour time frame, and there is a quite nice level, 81.9. I can't say it's like really good trade that match all my criteria. That's why actually I opened like very small position, only 2 micro contracts. But anyway, this trade is still good because according to my rules, according to my strategy, it could be done. So we can see a nice level here. We can see increased volume. And I understand that in this trade I will have quite small risk. Actually, I have now around 25 ticks stop loss. We can even decrease it right now because price already tested this level a few times. There is another level. I can see it clearly on a 5-minute time frame. So I can reduce my risk to 8 ticks. Yeah, it will be like $16. And take profit actually because I'm trading now from 1 hour time frame. I can see this level on 1 hour time frame here, 81.9. So I can say the price could reach 80.7, and it will be around 100 ticks of profit. So we'll have quite good risk-reward ratio in this trade, and it's quite good deal, I can say, as you see. And if we are lucky enough, because actually sometimes it happens that price can go a bit further, a bit higher, and it can retest level, but actually I move my stop loss after a few retests, so it's okay. I don't think price will go higher, but if it will, maybe we'll open another trade here. Please do not hesitate to ask me questions. And while we are waiting for a result in this trade, because there is nothing to do anymore, this trade is opened. I can see like some increased volumes here, and we can expect maybe take profit here, but a bit later. I think it will take maybe a few hours minimum until price will reach the target, because our target is quite far away. Not far away, like for 1 hour time frame, but if we can see like downwards movements are not really high and not really big, like 50 ticks in 1 hour, 50 ticks in 1 hour. So I think it may take 1 or 2 hours until price drops down to 80.7. I got some screens of some trades of other traders. Hi Felix, I can see your question. So the first one, do you ever trade inside daily value area? And when do you expect price reject from VAH or VAL? And when do you trade away from value area? My trading is very simple. I can trade inside daily value area. Yeah, it depends. I can't say that I trade only volume profile strategy or some other like one kind of strategy. I'm using different strategies. I combined them together. So I also like using a price action. I'm using volumes. I'm using like basic logic, and it helps me to understand what happens on the market, because sometimes we don't need like very deep knowledge in some trading system, because it can lead us to confusion. So what is the most important thing? Yeah, you have to understand where big players are. So this is our main task, the first task to do. And in this case, I can understand that in this area, I will show you. Today I tried to use one nice tools, so I can draw something on my screen. So I can say there is a big players here, like big sell, I will call it. Okay. Why? Because the price reversed in this area. So this reversal creates a resistance, and I can expect that when price reaches this point, the same can happen here, because like few days ago there was a reversal here, and it was quite sharp and strong. So I can see the reaction of big players here. That's why when price approaches this level again, I can expect the same reaction. Okay, so we can say there is a big sellers here. Okay, and it's not my imagination, it just happened here. It's a fact. Yeah, we can take it as a fact. So the next we have to identify precise level from which we can trade, because if you see my trades and like even this one, you can clearly see that we can do really precise trading without any extra tools, because everything is already shown on the chart, on the price chart. And if you can build levels, if you can build levels properly, you can do really precise trading. Like you will have a risk around 10-15 ticks even on a volatile instruments. So in this case, the first task to identify big players, so we can understand where is levels of support and resistance. The second one, we have to identify these levels from which we can trade. It's here. The same we can do on a lower time frame. For example, I can make my trades more precise if I jump to a lower time frame, for example 5-minute or 1-minute time frame sometimes. So I have a level here and the level is 81.70. So before this level I placed my sell order and it was executed. Price goes further just a little bit, maybe let's see how many ticks it goes higher, only 6 ticks higher. And then it reversed. And the third, I need a reaction, yeah, what I'm using in my trading. The third parameter is the reaction on a level, because we never know if a level is interested to big players or no. So we have to see a reaction, and if reaction is appropriate, we can open a trade. Like here, actually I used a pending order, limit order, because I was sure I can trade from here. But anyway, then after my trade is executed, I will watch the reaction, and if reaction is appropriate, if I can see proper volume here, if I can see that there is nice bounce from that level, I can keep this trade for longer and expect that it will reach the target. So that's all my trading system. It's very simple. I can explain it like in 20-30 minutes, but yeah, it has many details that maybe make it a bit more complicated that it may sound, but it doesn't need special knowledge, like deep knowledge in some value areas and so on. So let's see some other charts. I also trade Nasdaq. This is actually my favorite instrument. And see, I already have alert at 11,512. Why I'm using this alert? Because I want to buy Nasdaq, because we can clearly see an upward trend, really strong. And when we see this kind of trend, I am not trying to catch a reversal. Yeah, I'm not trying to go against the trend. I'm always trying to follow a trend. And if we can have here, if you can see here, really strong uptrend, the best option here is to find the proper place to buy. So the best level in Nasdaq here, I can't say it's the best level, but it's one of the levels that price can approach, because we have to use our discretion. And we should understand that price will not go like up to here or any other levels below. But on such a strong trend, we can use even levels that are nearby. And the first level I can see here is 11,500. Yeah. So, but the price did not reach this level, so this alert was not touched by the price. But anyway, we can expect another approach here, and on a second approach, maybe we can buy here. let's see. I'm not placing a limit order here. We will use market order. And depending on what we see here on this level, we can have a decision to buy here or to do nothing. So I hope, Felix, it was clear for you how I trade. Because even like you can see some different lines, you can see different pokes, you can see like the highest weekly volume, yeah, and the highest day volume here, highest month volume. It's really important information, and sometimes we can use this information and build a level there, and we can trade just from these numbers. But it's not a number one what we should do, because if it coincides, if this kind of level coincides with a reversal, is a good option, and it can make our trade more reliable, and the probability that we will get a profit in such a trade will be bigger. But it doesn't coincide all the time, yeah. And in this way, in this case, we can see that price goes through this level, and it goes where? It goes to level that I showed you before, and goes to a level where price reversed a few days ago. So it means these levels that I show you here works a bit better than different POC or VH or any other levels you can find in volume profile strategies. But the combination, yeah, the combination is always good. If you can understand how to find big players, if you understand this value area, and you can combine them, so you can get really nice trading strategy. So until we wait, because the Nasdaq is bounced quite strongly, and it will take time until the price goes to this level again. I think we can review some trades. If you have some questions, please ask me, and you can also send me your trades if you want to review it or you want to discuss. We can do it, because we have around 1 hour webinar, so we still have 40 minutes, and I think it's a good opportunity to talk about your trading system, to discuss your trades. So I got some trades for today from our support team, and actually I didn't saw them before. Well, it's quite nice trade. But my rules are very simple. I will reduce. My rules are very simple. If you see a level of resistance, the price reached a level, and I can see nice volumes here. So maybe we'll open a trade here. And then we will come back to trade review. It's a risky trade, but it worth it because I can see big volumes here, big cluster volume. And anyway, my risk is only around 30 ticks. Even I can reduce it to 25 here. And the profit will be around 130. So I think the profit risk reward ratio will be around 1 to 4. Okay, now I will cancel. I don't like the situation because I miss this point where I can open trade like just from this volume. It's really nice big volume especially for this period of time. But why I cancel my limit order? Because I can see that the volume is increasing a bit higher, and this volume will become a big resistance for the price. So I can expect that price can go a bit lower, and I will trade in this area. And in this area, if we see big volumes somewhere here, we can reopen a trade. Because our buy zone is quite wide here, so I can say the price easily can go to 11,499, maybe a bit lower, maybe even 495. But for now, the most interesting area to open a trade is this one. So we will wait until price comes here again, and we will buy here. Because we have two options. The first one is to buy right here when price goes higher, because it's a nice combination, good level and good volume. But if you miss this point, so you have to wait for another one. And the second option, the second option here is when price goes a bit down, after it tests this volume, it tests this level, and we can reopen a trade. We can open a trade here. Anyway, like it's likely that price will go down one more time, because I don't see a sharp bounce here. So it looks like price is not really powerful. The buyers are not really powerful yet. So we will see something like this. This is our scenario for this trade. Anyway, whenever you trade, you can't make spontaneous trades. You should always have a plan, and you should follow your plan. It's obligatory, because otherwise you'll have a lot of strange trades, bizarre trades, and they will bring you a lot of sadness and a lot of losses sometimes. So the best option is to have a good plan and to follow this plan. Yeah, that's what we are expecting, that price will reach out for liquidity on 11,500. Anyway, this level is still interesting for us. We keep alert here. So actually we have 3 alerts here. One is 11,509. The next one is 11,499. And the third one is 11,495. We can remove one. 2 is enough. And I don't like my crude oil trade because I don't see a proper reaction on the level. So maybe I will put it to a break-even level so I lose nothing. But the risk is very low, so let's just wait here. It's only $15 here, even less. So let's wait. So let's go until the price is not reached, did not reach our levels. Let's review these trades. So I can't say this is a bad trade. You can do breakout trades, yeah. You can trade like this sometimes, but if you we can see that price went down, went lower, and there was opportunity to buy better, much better. So if you can buy much better, why not to do it? This is our level of resistance, and it means that it's likely that price will bounce from it a bit lower. And if you understand that this is a level of resistance, just find the level of support. I am not saying that you have to find like some strong level of support somewhere below, but even the first support level will be quite good for buying in this situation. Because if you can expect price a bit lower, you can reduce your risk. Because this is a sideways movements, and it's clear that price can reach easily the lower edge of this sideways. It can go even lower, and if you buy on a resistance, you just increase your risk, and you can reduce it, but by placing your buy order a bit lower on a support level. So if you want to buy, do it lower on a level of support. But yeah, this is actually a good trade, but you can improve it. And the next one is I don't know what is this. It looks like mini S&P. I don't have any ticker name here, but I like this trade. It's done from a level of support. We can see that trader is not buying blindly. he understands that there is a level of support here, and he expects some bounce from the level, maybe some big volumes here, and only after that he buys here. I don't understand why the first two contracts were closed so early, but the third one, it's quite nice profit, so yeah, it's a good trade, and I think that it was done by quite good and experienced trader. And the next one, Nasdaq is running away from us. You know, I studied Delta for some time and I found it useless because it's like a 50-50. You need a bit more, and I think it's actually it's everything more simple. So what we should understand, we have to understand where to buy, yeah, and where to sell. It's very simple. I already told you. Just look where price reversed. That is your levels of support and resistance. Like this is a resistance and this is a level of support. So the next we have to understand whether we can open a trade at any of these levels or we can't, and it's also quite simple. You don't need a delta for that. You just watch big volumes because big volumes, what means big volumes? Big volumes, it's a fight, yeah. It means that there is some kind of fight on a level and buyers or sellers are trying to protect a level, and the opposite side is trying to breach this level, and we never know who will win because we are not trying to predict the market. Our task is to properly react to events we see. And like I showed you before this Nasdaq trade, I told you it's a good opportunity to buy. Even the level is like not the best one, but there is a level and there is a good volume. But we are not buying immediately because we don't know who will win here, because maybe sellers will push price lower, or maybe buyers will push price higher. But after the price is breaching higher, we can understand that this fight was won by buyers. Yeah, it's very simple. We don't need delta to understand where price will go. We see a level, we see a volume, and we open a trade. That's I can say it's almost all you need. Yeah? There are some detail, some small details. I will not tell you now, but I think it will be enough for you for now. So Felix, is it clear? Because we never know before the price reaches the level if it's protected by any institution or by someone. You can't know this. It's not possible to have this information. It's like kind of insider information. But you can see a reaction. You can see how price reacts to this level. You can see the speed, how price goes off that level, yeah, or how it breaches through. And depending on what you have seen on that level, you can make a clear, you can make a clear trade. What is the chart on the bottom left? Is this a box chart? Yes, it's a box chart. This chart, it's a box chart. You're right. Settings are almost standard. It's 15 seconds. I have different settings for different instruments. This is my settings for Nasdaq. Okay, so we got a stop loss on crude oil, but I told you that I don't like it because the reaction was quite weak. We need a stronger reaction here, and depending on what you see, depending on how price reacts to the level, we can expect what will happen. And here, because risk was very low, I just kept it there. I didn't move my stop loss. It's really low. It's like irrelevant. But if the risk were higher, yeah, I will put it to break even, so I don't lose any money on it. Yeah, I always look for clusters because you can clearly see what's happening on a level, and it's because we have only 3 parameters in the market. Yeah, the first one is the price, the second one is the volume, and the third one is time. So only 3 parameters we can analyze, and you can't skip it, and you should use all possibilities of these parameters. So you can see a cluster volume. You should look at it because it's really important. You don't have any other information more important than this. So price, it means we have levels. Volumes, it means you should see a cluster. You should see box chart, like these small volumes in small time frames, because they really matter. And the third parameter is time, when it happens, yeah, when the event is happening. And maybe I will reopen. 1 minute. Okay, let's try one more time. So the third parameter is time, when the event is happening, and we should see it from side of speed. How quickly price rebouncing from a level, for example. Our risk here is still quite low, but I will not make any other trades here. This is our last try. You know, any session you can trade. It's a really nice question. What about when market is out of US session, like in London and Asia, when there is lower volume? It's very simple to answer because, for example, this is a crude oil. Yeah, the US session starts approximately at 7:20. 8:30 we have NYSE opening, and futures start trading, like the volumes are increasing starting from 7 o'clock, because usually 7:30 there are some news and so on. But we can see that before that, yeah, European session starts at 2 o'clock. Before that we have 81 ticks range, and range is the most easy pattern to trade. It's really simple. You just expect price to approach the lower boundary of that range, or the higher boundary of the range, and you just trade from it. It's very simple, and it's clear where to stop, place your risk, and where you will take your profit. So even in like European session you can make a good money, but Asian session usually it's less volatile, and I don't like it. I don't trade it because it's not easy to make money. Not because of low volumes, but because of low volatility. Sometimes it happens that Asian session is also volatile, but it's rare, and I don't expect it to happen. So I prefer to trade European session from 2 until 4 o'clock. If we are talking about Chicago time, and I start trading US session from 7 o'clock. Okay, nothing will happen here. Price will go further. So I have closed my trade here. But we should give a try here, because the level was really nice, and we can expect price go below. And because it didn't happen, we can look for a long trade here. We can expect it will go higher. I'm not saying we have to buy here. Yeah, I told you this is a level of resistance, and that's why we have to sell trades here, and this is level of support. So if price reaches 81.38 or 36, maybe we'll have some trade here. And let's look at Nasdaq. and goes further. I don't think we'll have any trade here because the trend is quite strong, and we need a level formation before we can open a trade, because I don't think the price will reach this level again in the nearest time, and we have only 15 minutes, so we can't expect price reaches this level. But after some time, maybe in 1 hour, another level may be formed here. And then we know what to do. Yeah, we will have level of support. We expect price to reach that level, and we can buy from it. So guys, I know you are asking me, maybe I'm not answering in a way you want me to answer, yeah, but I'm like try to at least try to think like me, because I have 15 years of experience of trading, and I tried many strategies, and in last like maybe 10 years, the only thing I do, I'm trying to simplify my trading, because you know, trading can give you a headache, and you don't need a lot of books for it. Yeah, there are always some uncertainty. We don't know what will happen, and if your trading system is complicated, it will give you more headache than a profit. So last years I'm just trying to simplify it, and that's why I'm trying to explain you in a very simple words, because I'm not telling you about some rejections, absorption. It's complicated, and it's not not really important. Yeah, you're right, there is like absorption, rejection, we have this on the market, but we are not analysts, we are traders, and the only thing we have to do is to properly react on what we see. So if you see a level of support, you see good reaction to that level, you know what to do. Yeah, if there is a good reaction, there is a good level, and you follow a trend, just buy. Yeah, we are not trying to go against trend. Yeah, there is a level of resistance. We can see like small downtrend. We saw a downtrend on a higher time frame, strong sharp downward movement here. So what we can do here, we can try to sell, and in this case I was expecting a false breakout, because there is a nice level, there is a false breakout. I was sure it was. I didn't got proper confirmation. I told you before that I don't see like big volumes, like this is the best trade, but we have very low risk in this trade, yeah, and we have like nice risk reward ratio. It was 1 to 4 or even bigger, so we can try it, because there is a level, not very big volume, but there are volumes. And we saw a nice sharp bounce yesterday, 2 days ago, it was on Wednesday. So we can think that price can still go below, because we have level, we have volumes, and probably at the time we can think of false breakout here. So good reaction, let's I will give you some hints, okay? And you can try to understand it by yourself. It will be more helpful for you. So what we can think of reaction, yeah? Reaction is, we have only 3 parameters, yeah? Remember? The first one is price, the second one is volume, and the third one is time. So the last 2 parameters are used for seeing a reaction on a level. Because why I have closed this trade, this one? Because I don't see proper reaction to the level. Why I didn't close this trade here? Can you see a difference? Just try to understand, yeah? Can you see a difference how price reacts here and how price reacts here? I can try to. Do you see a difference? No, I don't mean that. That the more often level is touched, the weaker it gets. I can say the opposite. The more often is touched, the stronger it gets. But also there is a bigger probability it will be breaking through. Yeah, you're right in some way. But if price can't go through a level like 10 times, I think it makes this level only stronger, but probability of it breakthrough is higher. With every approach to that level, the probability that it will be breaking through is higher. Yeah, speed and also the distance, how far and how fast it goes. The distance, the bounce from a level, this is a reaction. Clear? Because if you study a chart, you will understand how instrument behaves in most cases, which reaction you should expect. And usually it's very nice ratio. For example, if I see this kind of bounce, I know that in 80% of cases price will go further down. And if I can see this kind of reaction, I know that in 80% of cases price will go further higher. What happened here? Price goes further. You understand? Okay, let's go to trades review, because we almost skipped that part today. if you are interested in it, for sure. So guys, if you want, I think there was an announcement that everyone who is a client of LMI can get a free 20 minutes consultation with me, private consultation. You have just to pick a proper date that suits you and time. You can do it on a website. I will give you a link and we can discuss the matters are interested for you. Can you see a link in a chat? Because sometimes YouTube blocks the links. So how can we do it? Can you see it now? Then slash I don't know really how to show you the link because YouTube blocks it. Here it is, ut.academy/English/free 20 minutes consultation. You can pick a date and time. You should write your name, your surname, your email, your phone number. It's optional. And please enter here your LMI account number because it's only available, this free consultation is available for LMI clients. So let's discuss another trade. I think we have a few more minutes. So I don't like this kind of trading. Yeah, I can see that there is a profit and quite nice profit, but our goal is not to make one day profit. Our goal is to constantly make money, and there is a strategy to do it. And if you do like that, I think it will be really hard to constantly make money, because when you trade in a sideways, it's really complicated to make money inside of a range. but it's really easy to make money when you trade on the boundaries of the range. And I know that it's not easy for some people to wait, but this is the only way in trading when we can make money constantly is to develop patience, yeah, to develop how to wait, develop this quality. And when it's done, you can do just 1-2 trades and have the same profit, not by making like 100 trades, but by making like 1-3 trades per day. And it's really easy, you know, it's very simple. Just find levels of support resistance and don't go against them. So if there is level of resistance, you can sell, yeah, but no need to close the trade so early. You can expect the price approach the lower boundary of that range, and it can improve your trading a lot. So just try it, guys. I hope next time we will have more time for trade review. You can prepare some trades if you want. I think we will have session next week, same time. And if you mind, please tell me which time is the most suitable for you, because it's good for trading. If you want to see my trading, live trading, not just some trades from history, but live trading, is better to do these sessions like on the beginning of your session. Like usually I start trading from 7 o'clock, and the best time usually is up to 10. So we have 3 hours, the best time for trading. Then market can go sideways, and it's there is a much less volatility on the market, and we can make money on the volatility, yeah? So no, levels are different. We have different types of levels. There is like when we have trend on the market, we will have different type of levels. And when there is sideways on the market, when market is in range, we are using another type of levels. Is that your question, Felix? Yeah, I can see nice volumes on crude oil, so we can try to I lost the opportunity. I lost the moment because we can open a short trade somewhere here. Now we will have increased risk, like we lost that opportunity. But if price reaches 81.78, that's quite possible, because see, there is a big volumes here and price can't go further. What does it mean? The price is weak, it can't go higher. So so it's the best way to expect price a bit higher up to that point, and we can reopen a short trade. I think we can sell somewhere here. The last try. And you can see what happens on Monday. Okay, this is level of support 81.36. Okay, if it's below the price, it's support. Yeah, it's above the price, it's resistance. Felix, I will happy to answer a question, but maybe just try this consultation form and we can discuss it later because we are out of time. But I will happy to help you because I don't get what you're asking. Guys, I hope it was interesting for you. Just you can press like if you liked it, and hope to see you next week. And please tell me what time is the most appropriate for you. If you can make it at, for example, 7 a.m. Chicago time. It's around, I think it's 2 o'clock European time, Germany. So we can start our session around 2 or 2:30 because it's like pre-opening of NYSE, and we can at least find some nice levels that can help you trading a US session if we don't make any trades because usually I don't make sessions more than 1 hour. It's a bit difficult for me to trade and to speak and to answer questions, so usually it's like 1 hour, 1.5. So you can write in the comments if you can do it at 2 o'clock German time, or is it better for you to like today around 7 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, it's very simple. I already showed you, like, remember, where is crude oil? So when market is in trend, the level will be here. If market in a sideways, the level will be here. That's all. And again, like on a 5-minute time frame, my trade was here because it's a trend level. I'm not expecting price here. I was not expecting it when it was here. Okay, guys, see you next week. Have a good evening. Have a lot of profit trades. See you next week.